Have you allowed your parents to stop you from going out and enjoying yourself? Perhaps you put on weight like I have and you just don't feel like going out and being in company. Your clothes are all tight for you. You've got hardly anything to wear and you just rather stay at home. So are we going to allow this extra weight to rule our lives this way? Well, stay tuned and let's see what we can do about it. Hello there, this is your friend Rose. Today we're going to discuss a topic that affects a lot of us. And let's see if we can be strong enough to come out the other end knowing that we're all powerful. Well, that's what I'm fighting with this morning. At this stage, I am putting some makeup on to try and make myself feel a bit better. Now, this business of the extra weight that I've put on is not because I've been eating burgers and eating badly, etc. It's medication that I'm on at the moment that I have to be on. I have shared with you in a previous video that, oh goodness, it's too much. Let's blend that out a bit. I've been sharing that I haven't been well, and one of the medications that I'm taking is just packing the weight on. I mean, I can even see it in my neck. You know, it's just, and I have to take it. So, there's nothing else for it. I have to take it. But it's just making me think more about myself. So, in other words, I'm telling you that if I feel attractive this morning, I've got a lovely outfit on that fits me well. My makeup is obviously a standard. I always do my makeup. But let's talk about, I'm talking about my body now. So I'm saying that if that looks good, my clothes look good, then I feel good. So is the opposite true then? My clothes are tight. I've had the same pair of pants on for days because it's the only pair that fit me. I've got a blouse on that just is big and it hangs over my waistband that is so tight. So what I'm saying is that all of that makes me feel not good enough to go out. There's something very wrong here. That is the other side of the coin. When I feel good, I love to be out amongst people and looking nice, looking attractive, looking like my clothes look good. And the minute I don't feel like that, well, then I don't want to be with people anymore. So I'm going to have to really do some deep digging into this. It doesn't really take much deep digging, does it? All it's shown me is that my confidence lies in my appearance. That's what it's showing me. My confidence is in my appearance. So what would happen to me if I got some terrible thing happen, and heaven forbid, like a melanoma on my nose, and I had to have a big chunk of it cut off to save my life? Would I not go anywhere? Would I just stay at home and be miserable because I didn't look good? Oh my goodness. This is bringing up thoughts and feelings that I never knew I had. Well, I suppose I did. Because what I have noticed that as I'm getting older, no, that won't do. I feel awful. So, let's get something positive out of this video. I think that looking different is obviously a change in our identity as we've become used to it. And that's really quite a biggie. We're having to get used to ourselves looking different. And so maybe that feeling of, I suppose, a bit of slight depression maybe, or feeling down in the dumps because our clothes don't fit and we don't feel the same as we did, maybe that's quite natural. So what we do have to do is find a way around it, because we obviously cannot lie on our beds in our clothes that are too tight for us and staying at home for the rest of our lives. So what else have we got about ourselves that we know is good? Well, I'm going to say that I've got a caring nature. If somebody else felt like I do now, I would wish that they'd talk to me about it so that I could tell them that that's not why they're my friend. I would tell them that they mean so much more to me than the fact that they're overweight and their clothes are tight and they're not looking their best. So actually, that is a good direction to go in. Maybe speak to ourselves as if we are our own best friend, and our best friend would never be unkind to us. This is possibly the best opportunity to think about other good things about ourselves. Things that are more than how we look. Perhaps we're quite witty, funny, humorous, and people like being in our company. Maybe we're invited to functions because we are good company and we keep the conversation flowing. There may be a lot of things about ourselves that we hadn't even thought of because, like me, I was too busy thinking about how I look. And then getting back to the clothes that don't fit, that are so tight and uncomfortable and making you feel more overweight than you actually are. Maybe it's time to not give in, but just accept that we need a larger size, that we'll feel more comfortable. We definitely will look better. We won't have these pants squidging in at our waists and buttons popping open at the front of our blouse. So perhaps it's time for just maybe 1 or 2 outfits that we feel nice in, comfortable, look good, and that don't accentuate the fact that we are overweight. Just until we can very hopefully get back down to a size that we're more happy with. So I'm going to go to this lunch that I've been invited to and listen to that beautiful sound. Oh my goodness, that's lovely. I'm going to reclaim my power by going to this lunch and being positive about the person I am, and keeping in mind that the people who invited me, I'm sure, never invited me because last time they saw me I was slim and trim and my clothes looked better on me. Those thoughts are just in my head. They're not in anybody else's head. So if I can change the thoughts in my head and you can change the thoughts in your head, we'll be fine. If we can stop telling ourselves that we look fat and we don't look as good as we should and our clothes are tight, we're actually being our own worst enemy. So we've come round in a big circle here, back to ourselves. Our awareness of what is making us feel like we're feeling, and taking that awareness, turning it around, and taking our power back. Does that make any sense? Is that going to work for us? I think it is. Let's make it work for us. We are much bigger than our parents. There, I've said it. Those are going to be my thoughts now, and I hope after listening to this, if you were feeling the same as I was, that they'll be your powerful thoughts too. We are much bigger than our parents. Thank you for watching my video, and if you are still watching, can I ask you to subscribe if you've enjoyed this and come back for more. Bye for now.